Oh, what an adventure! Get lost with Google Maps. Oh, good morning everybody. Here we are at the end, or for us, the start of this section of the Holland track. Not the Holland Way, but the Holland track. Now, I got all the tyres down to 26 PSI to start the trip. They might go down to 24. We'll have a look as we go along. And of course, here's the city people's sign. This is just an unofficial sign by the Toyota Land Cruiser Club of WA. They only recommend you drop your tyres at 28 PSI as a rule. That's far too high. No wonder the track's getting so badly damaged. And of course city people have to use four-wheel drive as soon as they get into any dirt at all, or any bit of sand. They must be driving those old Land Rovers, old Series 1s and Series 2s, whereas you got in a little bit of loose sand and the back wheels chattered, you snapped an axle. I don't know. Like I say, I've been up in the Kimberleys on the stations for many, many years before I come down this way. Anyway, we'll see what the track's like. The track's dry. We've been waiting. We had some rain, so we thought we'd just park up here, so we've been parked up here. The track looks good. Like I said before, there is one rule I need to add here for the city people. If it's raining, do not drive on these tracks, simple as that, because that's where you're doing all the damage, okay? And this is a heritage trail. Okay, that's what this is. This is this track here. The whole Holland track should be classed as a heritage trail. Okay, so we're in a two-wheel drive Mahindra. We started out with just over 400 kilos on the back and 1.2 tons for the tow vehicle. We've drank over 88 kilos of water. So these little green drums on the back here, they hold 22 litres each. So we've emptied 4, so that's 88 kilos plus the weight of those sick heavy drums, another couple of kilos I guess. The fuels are topped off. We're good to hit the track again once we pack up. But you can see on the tyres, all right, that's 26 PSI on that tyre. You can't tell it on these Chinese tyres that came with the trailer. They're just such a hard tyre for a radial. They're a 10 ply, a true 10 ply. And it's got a bit of a bulge in it, but they don't bulge much. All right. So that's what we're taking onto the Holland track. I don't envisage any problems at all, except maybe around the spots where the city people have stuffed up the track. We'll have a look at those when we get to them. See how damaged the track is. I mean, the last time we were out this way is when we farmed out here. at Southern Cross. That was quite a few years ago. And the track was in very, very good condition. But then, yeah, they flogged the tracks to death around the Perth, and they just keep moving out and keep damaging tracks. So we'll see what this one's like. Alright, you can see there's two clearly defined wheel tracks there where the idiots have been driving in the mud. We look over here, you can see it's dried out and cracked and mud. And we look over here, I mean, you could literally bury a car in that hole. Let's walk down it just to get some idea of how deep it is. Okay. This is the sort of damage Perth, or I should just say city, weekend four-wheel drivers are doing. They buy these Tourak Tourers to take their kids to school. And then they think, oh, let's go four-wheel driving. So they jack them up. And because most of them wouldn't know how to drive a four-wheel drive anyway. And then they proceed to come out into this country when the roads are wet. And this has been many people. But the worst thing is they don't come out here by themselves. Oh no, like me and the missus are doing. We're doing it in a two-wheel drive, by the way, because it's dry. Okay, they come out here, whole big bloody convoys of them, and just destroy the track. And I tell you what, it's very, very frustrating when you see damage done like this on a heritage trail. Okay, we're at the cat camp. This has actually got nothing at all to do with the Holland track. Frank Han, I think his name was, had a, he was an explorer, and he had a camp here in 1901 or something like that. And it's just called the cat camp. Why, I don't know. Maybe he was lucky and come across some pussy out here. I got no idea. Anyway, we're gonna have something to eat and then continue on the Holland track. Okay, so we're at a plaque here, and that's what happens if an idiot does this track. What's that? Look like a little Toyota to me. 4-wheel drive. Got some Mahindra 2-wheel drive. Loaded with a fully loaded camper trailer on. Did the track, no worries at all. You'll see that in the videos. What do we got here? Yeah, driving too quick. That's what caused it. That's an Isuzu. This might be one of them little D-Max things, eh? Yeah. There you go.